This is Contemplative at Home, and you are always very warmly welcome here. I invite you to find a position in your body that will help you to be open and attentive to prayer. You might want to put your feet flat on the floor. You may want to come away from the back of your chair slightly so that your spine can really rise up nice and tall. If you need to stretch or ease out any shoulders or wrists or ankles or your neck, just take a moment to do that now. Inviting as much ease and softness to those places you might be just gripping or clenching. As the body begins to settle, I invite you to take a moment to similarly touch base with what's going on mentally, emotionally, energetically for you. Just notice without judgment. And again, if there's anywhere that you are clenching or holding on to tension in your mind or your heart, I invite you to bring a little bit of softening or ease to those places if you're able to. Sometimes a picture of a snow globe that's been all shaken up and is now slowly letting everything settle down to the ground is useful here, just to imagine all the thoughts, all the things just receding slightly, coming to rest for these few moments while you're in prayer. So let's bring our awareness to the breath now. You might become aware of the body expanding and contracting in the abdomen or through the ribs. You might feel a cool sensation as you breathe in through your nose. And you might notice the air is a bit warmer on the exhale. Now, as the body gently breathes, I invite you to gently become aware of God's presence here with you. Perhaps as you inhale, you might want to imagine that you are receiving the love and presence of the Lord. As you exhale, imagining that loving presence filling the space around you. We'll rest with that picture for about 10 cycles of breath. Inhaling, imagining the Lord's presence and love filling every cell in your body. Exhaling, imagining that love, that presence expanding into the space around you. As you gently hear these words wash over you, I invite you to let your mind gently rest on one word or phrase which somehow shimmers for you or catches your attention. Again, I invite you not to worry about becoming distracted or the words you don't hear. Just be open to letting one come and land, maybe like a butterfly landing on your open hand, which you can then just sit and observe. And I do invite you to stay with your breath, inhaling, feeling the love of God filling you. Exhaling, feeling that love filling the space around you. Jesus is on a hillside, speaking to a group of people. Behind him, you might imagine a sheep pen, where there's a hired hand looking after several flocks of sheep. You hear Jesus' voice coming over the breeze with the sound of the lambs and the ewes. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand who is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. The hired hand runs away because a hired hand does not care for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. So I invite you to come back to your breath, to return to that sense of inhaling the love and presence of the Lord, and exhaling, imagining that love and presence filling the space around you. Was there a word or phrase that landed in some way for you there? If so, I invite you just to note to yourself what that was. And let go of any anxiety if you don't have one just now. I listen to the passage for a second time. Again, noticing if one word or phrase stands out. And allowing the breath to be the rhythm of your listening. So again, we come to the inhale, receiving the presence of God. Exhaling, allowing that presence to fill the space around you. Inhaling the presence of God, filling your whole body. Exhaling the presence of God, filling the space around you. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand, who is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away. And the wolf snatches them and scatters them. A hired hand runs away because a hired hand does not care for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. So again, returning to that inhale, receiving the love and presence of God. Exhaling the presence of God, filling the space around you. I invite you again to gently behold, consider the word or phrase which stood out to you. And as you continue to breathe in the presence of God and exhale the presence of God, I invite you to have some dialogue with the Lord about this word, about the personal significance of the word or phrase for you. You might imagine chatting to the Lord. You might sit wordlessly in the Lord's presence, or you might just hold this word or phrase and gently repeat it with your breath. You'll hear my voice again in about a minute and a half. So now may the Lord, who knows profound intimacy with the Father and invites you into that same sense of intimacy, may the Lord, who cares for you so deeply, who chooses to lay down his life out of love for you, may that Lord bless you and keep you, and make God's face to shine on you and give you deep and abiding peace. In the name of our beloved Jesus. Amen. I'm so grateful to share this space with you. Thank you for choosing to pray with me today. If you would like to support this project, you can subscribe to it on your preferred podcast platform, leave a 5-star rating or review, or share it with a friend. I would be most appreciative. Every blessing.